features with Livingston and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Van Dahl, and he brings it to ya. Creature features and all creatures and all features, and the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Don't get you tonight.
What is the issue with that one?
She happens to be somewhat rather cross with our YouTube viewers.
And what might it be this time?
I showed her the recent stats from our YouTube channel. It appears that only 8% of our viewers have actually subscribed to the channel. So she's serving those unsubscribed viewers with the silent treatment until they wisen up and subscribe.
She gives all your viewers the silent treatment.
True, but today she's added a fair amount of self-righteous indignation and scorn to the process. She'll get past it in 7 or 8 minutes, as she typically does. In any case, welcome to Creature Features. I'm your host, Vincent. You've met my butler, Mr. Livingston, and the angry scowl to this side, who's typically a quietly demure mouse in the household, would be my coyly quiet and grave-digging charge, Tangela. And tonight we have a most decapodedly crustiastic program in store just for you. Livingston, did you know that humans consume over 1.5 million metric tons of crab each and every year?
Not surprising. You yourself can account for one of those metric tons.
Says the man with the German accent who subsists upon a continuous diet of Hoferschwab served over Grünkohl and covered with a large dollop of schmaltz. Back to my diatribe. My purpose with invoking statistics about that wonderful and delicious sea spider we call the crab is because tonight we shall present Attack of the Crab Monsters from 1957. This is a rather very brilliant Roger Corman film about a group of scientists marooned upon an island with a herd of giant, murderous crabs. You'll learn tonight that the professor's first gig on a deserted isle was not with Gilligan and the Skipper 2, but with Pamela Duncan, Richard Garland, and some bloke appropriately named Beach Dickerson, who portrays Seaman Fellows. As we watch that, we'll be joined by our friend, neighbor, and Bodega Bay denizen, Mr. Jon Provost. You remember John as Timmy on Lassie, but many of you will know him best as Tangela's favorite target when sighting her trebuchet. He'll tell us what he has been up to as of late, chime in about tonight's film, and hopefully avoid the wrath of Tangela's most foul mood. So don't go away, for it is to be another night of giant monster fright, right here on Creature Features. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Da 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 da. You remember that show? Welcome back, Carter.
Sure.
Yeah. It should be John's theme song because he's back.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Jon Provost.
I don't live that far away.
I know,
just
but
down the hill.
It's the first time you've been in this chair since some time, right?
It's been a while.
Right. Welcome to Creature Features. Thank you for joining us. We're with Jon Provost. If you don't know Jon Provost, then I don't know what to say because it obviously means they have not watched this program. Obviously means they've never watched Lassie.
Got to be dog lovers.
Nor The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. Nor Star Wars, because you played You played something in Star Wars too, right?
No, that was another guy. Yeah.
You would have been good in Star Wars. What character would you play?
Well, I don't know about Star Wars, but I am a robot in a new movie that's coming out.
That's right, you do the voice.
Yes, yes. I'm
no,
Spark
but I
the
mean
robot.
you physically. Right, your voice is great in the robot.
Physically.
We discussed that last time, but physically, what character would you be in Star Wars?
Could I be an Ewok?
Well, I wasn't going to go there, but
Well, I'm, you know.
I
mean,
know. You're not the tallest
I don't
bloke in the
know.
world, but no.
I couldn't be, you know, Han Solo.
How about Darth Vader's son?
Oh,
Right?
that would work.
Right.
I mean, yeah, that would work. I could do that.
We're getting silly. Anyways, welcome to the show. We're going to watch Attack of the Crab Monsters
Sounds like a plan.
with Jon Provost. Jon Provost knows a thing or two about crab monsters because you were on Lassie for how many years?
7 years, and this movie was made the year that I started Lassie.
So we planned
Yeah.
that, you know.
Oh, well, good. Well,
No,
good. And that's
no,
probably why
it's
I
a
didn't
coincidence.
see it. Okay.
It's like these clocks. All the clocks in this manor stop at 10:31 for some reason. I cannot get a functional clock in this household. I have to get one of those digital ones for my bedroom.
That'll work. And then you just need a battery. You don't have to have somebody to wind them all.
Right, no, winding.
We have 3 clocks in our house that we have to wind. I have to wind once
You do?
a week. Yeah.
Once a week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every Sunday. That's the deal.
Once a week every
Traditionally.
Sunday.
Yeah.
No, that's rather nice. All right, so you've seen this film
Yes.
and you like it, and I've
Excellent.
not seen any bit of this film whatsoever. I saw one shot of the professor, and it's the same professor.
I swear, I think this movie was the pilot for Gilligan's Island.
I think it was his audition tape.
There you go. His
That's what it
reel.
was.
It was his reel.
Right,
There
no,
you go.
No, but you know, from what I saw, he seems to be a bit of a more bitter bloke, right?
Younger.
No,
He's
the
definitely
professor-
younger.
The professor on Gilligan's Island was enthusiastic, and this guy, he seems like he's not too happy
Well,
about
he's being chased by giant crabs.
No. I don't mean the part where he's being attacked by spiders. I mean, just before, he seems like a bitter bloke. He does not like his lot in life.
Well, I think he's waiting to get on Gilligan's Island.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
He knew he would get a better part. He just had to
There you
get
go.
through this one with Roger Corman.
With Roger Corman,
Right.
yeah.
No, that makes
let's
sense.
get.
That makes sense. All right. What do you say we start this film?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, here we go to see Russell Johnson and a bunch of other people in Attack of the Crab Monsters, 1957. Don't you dare go away because we're going to miss you, right?
Yes.
All right, see you soon.
Hello, YouTube viewers. Have you subscribed yet? I see a few of you have forgotten to do so. I am somewhat disappointed. Please subscribe. Thank you.
You know, back in 1957, you did not see a lot of heads removed of crewmen
No,
in
you
films.
didn't.
You know, it looks like one of Tangella's former suitors. I mean, maybe with the head he doesn't, but without the head. he looks
Without the head.
Right.
Definitely.
No.
Definitely.
She has a fine collection of heads. We don't know what she does with the body. Yeah. We imagine she donates it to science or something. Because, you know, most of the time, science does not need the head, right? They want the other parts.
They want, yes, exactly.
Right.
Your
It's
body
like,
parts.
what are you going to do with a face and a brain that doesn't work anymore? Right.
I think they made a movie like that.
Oh.
With they kept the guy's
Right.
head alive.
Yeah,
That
no.
was-
Right. There's a few of those.
Maybe that was his head. Who knows?
Anyways, you know, we've got many new viewers who don't know who in God's name you are. So we should probably explain it fully, right?
Okay. I did mention that this movie was made in 1957,
Right.
and that was the year that I started Lassie, the TV series, which
And
I
you did not portray Lassie.
No, we had a dog for that.
Right, that's what you
I
need
I
for that
was
role.
the dog's mate. You know, friend.
Oh.
Yeah, friend.
I would not use the word mate. I mean, I know we
Well,
do
but
this
you
in the
were, you know,
UK,
I was-
but
you used the
I
bloke
learned
and
not
the
to
mate, you know,
use that
okay.
word here because it implies the wrong thing.
Okay, master.
And don't even
I
start
was
with what you
Lassie's
call a
master.
cigarette.
How about that, master?
Lassie's master. I would say you were his plucky companion.
That'll work.
Right.
That'll work. Yeah, we did
You
all
were
kinds
Timmy
of
on
stuff.
Lassie. You
Yes.
fell in the well.
Yes. Didn't happen.
You
I
know-
was not the sharpest tool in the shed.
You
and
were
if-
young. You just
Yes.
don't remember. It was a traumatic event when you were young.
Off cliffs, into abandoned mine shafts,
Right.
into culverts, you name it. Quicksand. I fell
You
in
fell in
quicksand. You know, which
but never a well.
never fell in a well. Never did. And everybody says it. We don't know where it came from, that catchphrase, but I'll take it.
It's what do they call that? It's called the something effect.
Don't know. The well effect?
Livingston knows. It's called the Mandela effect.
The Mandela. Didn't know that.
You should Google it.
I know
you tried
Nelson
Google?
Mandela, but I don't know
Have you
the
tried
Mandela
Google?
effect. Yes, I know that.
Oh,
I could try.
It's a useful
Now,
tool.
if Lassie was here with me, Lassie'd figure it all out.
No,
that's
because
what
she is a
Lassie
dog
did.
and she does not speak. So perhaps she would figure it out in her mind, but she could not relay the information to
Lassie
you.
barked, and we understood everything Lassie said.
Oh, that's right. She had that special, it was like Morse code, right?
That was it. We'd run home. I'd be stuck somewhere, not in a well.
Right.
Lassie would go home, bark,
Right.
and, June Lockhart, who played my mother, she would say, "What is it, Lassie?" "Oh, Timmy's stuck over in the
You know,
orchard," and that's
I
what
need
it
to
would be.
contest this theory of yours because Lassie comes home without Timmy.
Right?
There is the information she needs, and she barks and runs off to where
And
Timmy
everybody
is.
follows the
And that's
dog.
it. There's no need for explanations.
Okay.
Right? June Lockhart is not going to stand there and go, "Is he in trouble or not?" Lassie, tell me in code.
And
Right?
Lassie,
Lassie barks and
it
runs.
worked.
Right.
It
right,
worked.
Right. All right. Well, there's no Lassie in this movie, but I think we need to get back to it.
They need a dog for help.
They do. They do. Or like a giant thing that eats crabs.
That would
But
work.
it's gotta be giant.
That would work.
All right. Let's get back to the film. And when we come back, I want to talk to you about your life in Bodega Bay and how that's going. It's
Sounds like a plan.
He's a recent citizen of Bodega Bay like us, so I want to know his opinion after living here for several years now, right?
That's right.
All right. Off we go back to Attack of the Crab Monster, and we're going to do some mail first, and then we'll talk to John. See you soon. Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, we're watching Attack of the Crab Monsters with Mr. Jon Provost. But first, we need to do some mail from you because you send us mail, and if we don't read it, it would be rather rude, would it not?
Quite.
Quite. And he's
I
still
love
here.
the
Where's
letters.
Tangela?
She's indisposed at the moment.
Indisposed at the moment. Well, let's just do some mail, and perhaps she'll join us later. What do you got, Mr. Livingston?
From Yvonne, it looks like.
From Virginia Ritchie, Youngstown, Ohio. She says, "Hi, Vincent and Livingston and Tangela and John. I watch your show every night on YouTube." Yeah, I don't know how they do that. Every night.
Computers.
Everybody. No. But I mean, as a person who has a life, where do they find time to watch us every night? "I think Tangela is so cool on the show. I got a movie you can play babysitter with William Shatner and Elizabeth."
Whoa! Hey! Whoa, no!
Well, that hit and run accident was Tangela correcting her seating arrangement. You know, he's a guest tonight. You cannot abuse his life as you normally do. You know, she harasses that poor man all the time.
It's her hobby, actually.
It is. All right, we're reading a letter from Virginia in Youngstown, Ohio. Behave yourself. She goes, "I think Tangela is so cool on the show. I've got a movie you could play called Babysitter." I never heard of this. Stars William Shatner and Elizabeth Montgomery. And also The Bat with Vincent Price. We've done The Bat a zillion times, right?
2.
2 times. So if you go on YouTube, which is where I think you watch us, you can find the episodes we've done with the bat. And we'll look into this baby. Have you heard of a film called Babysitter?
I have not, but we'll check into it.
No, it sounds nice. William Shatner and Elizabeth Montgomery. Captain Kirk and Bewitched. That could be fun.
Samantha Stevens.
Samantha Stevens. Next up, Mr. Livingston.
We have a letter.
If you're looking for gifts, you're not going to find any here tonight. Look, all he's got is paper. There's no boxes. I think you abused Jon Provost for no reason. All right, this is what appears to be a nicely handwritten note in cursive. I don't know how many of you can still read cursive or have ever been able to, but no, I know you do, but I'm talking about them.
Yeah.
No, it's a lost art. It's like, who's going to read the Declaration of Independence one day?
Good question.
All right. Dear Vincent Tangella and Mr. Livingston, I accidentally found your show while randomly searching for something. Yeah, that's the story of our life. We're randomly found. I've been binge watching ever since. Some shows are good, some are better with the sound off. Well, you can watch anything she does with the sound off. May I request an autographed picture of the 3 of you? And finally, may I say that I have a major crush on Vincent. He's absolutely cute. Sincerely, Linda. My goodness. You don't want anything to do with a guy like me because I'm trouble.
Indeed.
That's what she says. She says I make women miserable. So, right?
I have nothing to add to that.
You've got something to say. And then what was the other thing? The autograph. Of course, we will send you an autograph tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow's Sunday. Nobody's going to send an autograph on Sunday. We'll send you an autograph on Monday, Linda, and thank you for the kind words.
Well, we can mail it.
Well, of course, but we're not going to mail it till Monday, right?
We can put it in the mailbox.
Oh, my goodness, I know how the process works, sir. All right, here's a short one from Desiree Poussard in Sydney, Maine. Poussard, that's a French name, is it not?
It is.
I wonder if she speaks it. Hi, Vincent, Van Dahl, Tangella, and Mr. Livingston. Me and my mom recently stomped upon your show. Stomped.
An interesting way of putting that.
Right. On YouTube. Keep up the good work, Desiree. I wonder if she's like a young... Talks about her mom.
Sounds like a young person.
Maybe she's a young lady. Anyways, thank you for watching, and thank your mom for watching. And be nice to your mom.
Another letter.
She went through a lot of pain for you. I know mine did. All right, this one's from Biok. It says Biok. Is that rain?
Or block.
My
Yes,
goodness.
it does rain here, you know.
No, it's raining hard tonight. All right, let's see what we've got. Oh, a nice card. It's a Christmas card. Christmas is over, but we're late on our mail. Oh, what's this? A $50 Visa gift card. No, hang on, let's find out who it's for. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's for me. She just wants to read it. All right, so the card has been altered a bit. There's spider webs on the Christmas card. And it says on the inside, and best wishes for a Happy New Year, Scary Christmas, and a Happy New Year. All right, what do we got? This is from Dan and Kelly Block. Hello, Creature Feature people. Him and I are people. Her? I don't know. She's a different kind of people. She's a monstrous. She's a little monster. I doctored up this card just for you. Job well done. Vincent, you are the bomb. One of the all-time best spooky movie hosts ever. Oh, this is my night. Did you plan this? So
Of
I get
course.
all the love letters in one night. Mr. Livingston's beard is meticulously, perfectly groomed. That's why he chose this letter. Come on, give us a smile, sir. Yeah, that's a smile. Tangella is delightful and very pretty and downright dangerous at times, most likely. You have no idea. Just ask Jon Provost. We really liked a recent movie called Daimajin. That's one we ran, and that is... you didn't like that film. I liked it. We are enclosing a $50 Visa card for you. Hope it helps with your finances. Carry on with the awesome high-caliber show you are. All the best, Dan and Kelly Block. P.S. We'd love an autographed picture if possible. It will be on its way Monday as well. Right?
Right.
Any more? One more?
One more.
One more piece of mail. We're doing a lot tonight because they're all short, and the movie's short. All right, this is the longest one from Andrew and Catherine. They say Happy Christmas to Vincent Tangelo and Mr. Livingston. Again, we're a bit late. I know Christmas was some time back, but this stuff comes in, and it takes a bit of time to process it, right?
It does.
That's the
I
problem.
have lots of other things to do.
Well, so he says. All right, we're sending our greetings from Nairobi, Kenya. Yes, Creature Features also has regular viewers in Africa. Is Kenya in South Africa?
Kenya is in Southeast Africa.
Southeast Africa. Because we've got that station in South Africa, right? Cape Town.
Cape Town.
We have a station in Cape Town that carries our show, but somehow they're watching us in Nairobi. How do you think they're doing that?
How about the internet?
Oh, they have the internet in Nairobi, of course. It's been there for quite some time.
Quite.
Right. 1973 was a great year for cult movies. 3 masterpieces jump immediately to mind. Westworld, Soylent Green, and The Wicker Man, starring Ed Wood. Is Ed Wood in that one?
Ed Wood.
No, they say Ed Wood.
It might be an echo.
Oh, all right. Is there any chance Creature Feature might be able to indulge us with such lavish spectacles? Enjoy the festivities, Andrew and Catherine. All right, let's go over these movies. Westworld, most doubtful.
Most doubtful.
No, that's like, well, they just made a series about it, so it's all like fresh again. We can only show moldy stuff. That's the rule. Soylent Green, we've tried to get that one. They said no. No way.
Emphatically.
The Wicker Man, we'll look into that one. That one is, I don't know if our viewers are going to like The Wicker Man. It's an odd film. It's not a bad film. It's just an odd film. So we'll look into these again. Why not? You're in Nairobi, so we probably need to send you some better entertainment than lions and tigers and crocodiles, oh my.
And
Right.
that was that.
And that's it. All right. If you'd like to send us mail of your own by email, send it to the address you see over here. Or if you'd like to send a card with a nice gift card inside, send it to the postal address you see right here. We'll be back soon with John. Hopefully, she didn't damage him too much. But first, let's get back to Attack of the Crab Monsters. I knew she was going to do that.
She always does. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories. Despite my previous protestation, I see a few of you have still not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet. Please, I implore of you to do so. Thank you.
Looks like she did quite a number on you.
Yeah, I think she's known for this.
Well, what's nice about her, sometimes she becomes nurse-like. I can see she gave you one of her good bandages.
Yeah, but she slammed it on my head.
I know. Well, I don't think she's bad. I think she's just somewhat confused on how to convey niceness.
She's really confused.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right, all right. Anyways, welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, I'm with Jon Provost, formerly Timmy on Lassie, but now he's outgrown the role.
Yes.
However, we are watching Attack of the Crab Monsters, and we just saw what appears to be ghosts, or we heard ghosts. Ghostly people, which are the previous research team.
They're all gone. They're all dead.
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 You know what happens. You're not going to tell me, though, because that would be a spoil. Don't tell them.
I
'Cause that
wouldn't
would
dare.
spoil the film for them. All right, so anyways, we're going to get back to the movie in a moment, but when we left off with you, we were going to discuss your life here in Bodega Bay. He lives in Bodega Bay, right down the road, not far from here. In fact, you're almost like a stone's throw.
in a
Not
sense.
that far. And, I love Bodega Bay.
What do you love about Bodega Bay?
Oh, well, the scenery, the seafood. I mean, they have crab, not this crab.
It's fresh.
Good, fresh crab,
It's
fresh
fresh.
salmon. Then, and like just the ambiance, just
No,
the
it's
bay.
fun.
It's
fun.
beautiful.
And it always smells like the sea.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
No,
and
it's nice to have that.
great
You
sunsets.
don't get that in Santa Rosa where you used to live, right?
No.
There's no sea smell in Santa Rosa.
No.
But sometimes during low tide, it's too much, eh?
It gets a little fishy. Yeah,
A little fishy. Right.
But
So,
enjoy
what do
it.
you not like about living in Bodega Bay?
Well, on the weekends we get a lot of tourists.
Oh,
and they
yes.
can,
It's busy.
they don't look out for stuff. They think you
Well, they're-
see them or whatever.
No, they're sightseeing.
Yeah,
And if you're
so-
not in their sight, they don't see you.
And every once in a while, somebody's looking for you, and they knock on my door, and I have
Oh,
to say,
no.
no, he's up the road a little ways.
I think we have to make you a sign saying, "No Vincent here."
I
that
think
would
that would be excellent.
probably solve
excellent.
the
excellent.
problem,
Yeah.
right?
That would be good. That would.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we've gone out of our way to keep the place hidden because
With the trees you planted and stuff, it's good.
with the trees we
It's
planted
good.
and everything, but it's not because I don't want to see these people. It's because I'm frightened at what Tangelo might do to an unsuspecting tourist.
Well, you did ask me what I don't like about Bodega Bay.
Right.
Number one, Tangela.
Oh. Yeah, I've heard that from others as well.
Well, look.
No. Well, the
know?
mayor of Bodega Bay was going to do a Tangela Day, but it's not like the honorary type. It's the opposite, where it's like, don't like
Yes.
Tangela on this day of the year.
Negative.
No,
Yes.
she
Yeah,
causes
for
some
sure.
trouble downtown. And again, it's not, I don't think she's doing it to be mean. I think she's just not quite up to speed on how to properly treat tourists
No,
and
she-
the citizens of Bodega Bay.
She has
Could be.
issues.
And I understand she's giving you some trouble with her trebuchet.
Oh. Well, do you know what she's sent?
I was wondering the thing is gigantic. I hope she's not like launching automobiles down towards you.
Oh, like an old refrigerator,
Oh.
cow manure, and a coffin, an empty, old, dug-up coffin.
Oh, I remember that one. So she dug that one up. She was going to use it as a piece of furniture in her chamber, and she decided it was not the right color.
Yeah, she'd probably
No,
sleep
she
in
said
it.
she said she was going to go put it back.
Yeah, she didn't.
So unless it came out of your yard, which I imagine it did not.
No, I don't. Not in my yard.
Right. All right. Well, what do you say we get back to this movie?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, off we go. Back to Attack of the Crab Monsters, 1957. And we'll be back with Jon Provost afterwards. See you soon.
Hello, this is Robin from Tampa, Florida. I just started watching your show, and I want you to know how much I enjoy it, and I thank you so much for the wonderful gems, the old horror movies that I remember watching in the 70s and 80s. It's really nice to see these movies again. I also send my love to Mr. Vincent, Miss Tangela, and Mr. Livingston. Take care. Bye-bye.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Creature Features. We're with the wonderful Jon Provost, who is slightly wounded by you-know-whom. And we're watching Attack of the Crab Monsters, 1957. Not a bad movie. Do you know that the budget for this film was only $70,000?
Wow, that's nothing.
No.
Well, back then maybe.
Well, even back then, I mean, if you times it by 5, it's still a low-budget film, right?
They got Russell Johnson pretty cheap.
No. Well, that's because he hadn't done Gilligan's Island yet. Had they made this film in 1967, Russell Johnson would have charged much, much more, I think, because he was famous.
True.
But then again, he was out of a job probably too as well, right?
Probably, yeah, he's
So who knows?
waiting for the minnow.
All right. Enough about the film. We'll get back to it soon. Last time I saw you on the big screen was for a certain documentary and done by our director called Up Late with Bob Wilkins. How'd you get
Yes.
into that?
Well, I mean, growing up, going to college in the Bay Area, I kind of grew up with Bob Wilkins.
Well, not with him,
Well,
but
on TV.
Tracy the plumber, what are you doing here?
We've got a problem in the third floor bathroom. I'm missing a float for the toilet.
Missing a toilet float. That's something Tangela would steal.
Exactly.
So why don't you ask her?
She says that John has it,
Why would John have it?
and he has it in his pants.
John, do you have a toilet float in your pants?
Not that I know of.
Well, you know, Tangela can be a little sneaky sometimes.
Found it.
What?
Thank you.
You know, it's a good thing we have a plumber that makes house calls.
Well, I don't know about
No,
that.
you know, Andrew, he's no good with plumbing. No, he's good with electrical and wood. But
Wood's
he
good, but
no, so
I don't know about this. It's Tangela.
No, I think she did it as it was like a gift. She's it was a nice gesture. It was a beau geste.
No?
No?
It wasn't a nice gesture.
Well, you know, it's better than a refrigerator in your front lawn shot
this-
by a trebuchet.
This is true. This is true.
Good. Anyways, we were talking about the documentary.
Yes.
Update
well,
with Bob Wilkins. So, you used to watch Bob Wilkins when you were at college.
Yes, yes. We always did. You know, with the guys, we'd get together and watch Bob Wilkins.
You were at
and laugh.
university, and you would turn on Channel 2, and you'd see Bob Wilkins.
Yes,
doing
Bay Area,
this.
Channel 2, Bob Wilkins up late at night. And, you know, it was the same thing. He showed these great movies like you do. I'm kind of joking when I say they're great movies.
Right.
But, no, I mean, come on. He's a Bay Area legend.
No, he was. He
Yeah.
was. No, we miss him. You know, he would be doing the show if he was still alive. And
Yes.
I would maybe be a guest, and he would be talking to me about rock and roll.
There you go.
He wouldn't be talking
There
to
you
me
go.
about the Lassie show because I couldn't tell him anything about it. Because I can tell what I know from you, but there's a bit of a time
Well, there's
issue
always
there.
reruns. You know.
Oh, there are reruns. All right. What do you say we get back to this film?
The giant crab sounds good to me.
We are going to see some giant crabs. So don't go away. We'll be back soon. Bye.
Hello, this is Mr. Livingston. It would appear I have been tasked with requesting you to help our show financially by visiting our Patreon page. Your generosity will help us keep Creature Features on the air. With only a few dollars a month from you, your kindness will allow us to continue creating new entertainment for your viewing pleasure each and every week. And if you have the desire to give more, you might even receive a gift from Tangela. I think not. Please visit the website below to learn more. Thank you. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
I got a box here with your name on it, Tangela. Oh, great. Just what she needs, another knife.
You know, I think you should get your hair colored like mine. No.
Well, I've always been kind of light colored.
No, I
it
know,
might
but
be a
if you
difference.
went black, then you could fill in for me sometime, right?
Have to grow my hair longer.
That's true. Yeah. Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, I don't even know why you're here. You should be watching the Farm Report or something because you're late. You missed all the good stuff in the movie, including the fact that we've established these crabs have eaten the prior research team. Now, my question to you is, do you suppose they put on those plastic bibs like humans do when they eat crab?
Maybe.
It's possible. Yeah, possible. But all the psychic stuff. Yeah, this is an interesting film.
It's not bad.
There's multiple layers to this film that aren't in most.
I think they kind of made it up as they were going along.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
all right.
I think that.
Yeah, all right. Well, you know, I'm not a writer of screenplays for film, so I don't know these things, but I will take your word because you've been around lots of things in Hollywood, and you've had a long career, and I want to know what is the strangest thing that's ever happened to you in television or movies?
Well, what happened to me right here tonight? I have never had a toilet float pulled out of my pants on live television.
Well,
no.
So, and you've never had one inserted there
No,
either, I
no.
presume.
And it's,
right.
you know,
All right. Well, besides the Tangella antics, what else has happened?
Well, when I was filming the Lassie series, we had a scene where Lassie and I were in a river and we got thrown into the rapids.
Right.
And they couldn't rehearse it and they had to use real people. They had to use us, couldn't use doubles, and they didn't have CGI back then.
Right.
And I almost drowned. And
you almost died playing Timmy.
Almost died, but the great part was, I was, drowning, but that's what I was supposed to be doing, acting. So the director and everybody thought I was acting, but I wasn't. I was really about to die.
They didn't know.
No, and then luckily a stuntman saw what was happening, and he figured it out, and he jumped in the river.
So if we watch that episode, are we going to see the acting part, or are we going to see the real life?
No, you see the
Jon Provost.
You see fear. You see real fear.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's the name of the
and
episode?
I was only 13 years old.
What's the name of the episode? I'm going to watch it tonight.
It's called Lassie's Great Adventure.
Lassie's Great. They're all great adventures.
Well, and also it was the only thing we ever did in color. Everything was black.
Oh, it's a color episode.
Oh yeah, they made it. It's
Why
a movie.
was this one special?
It's a movie. What is that, Netflix or whatever? It's there. Lassie's Great Adventure.
I'm going to watch this tonight. And you fall in a river, and so
almost
Lassie
drowned.
was okay, right?
Well, they had people to save Lassie, not me.
I was going to say that'd be very sad if Lassie drowned.
I think it would be very sad if I died.
It's easy to replace Timmy. How do you replace Lassie? A talking dog.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Right? That knows Morse code.
Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah,
but me,
I mean, little boys are a dime a dozen in Hollywood, right?
Maybe back then, yeah.
No, right.
No,
you're irreplaceable. No, he's irreplaceable. Even now. No.
Well, thank you.
Well, you've got so much history of this industry in your mind.
Well,
you should write a book.
I spent a lot of time. Well, as a matter of fact, this well thing. Well, I do have a book. It's called The Jon Provost Story. Timmy's in the Well.
Oh, see, what did happen?
But it never really did happen. But everybody thought it happened, so that's the title of the book. Timmy's in the Well.
Well, let me tell you this. One day, Tangella's going to throw you down a well, and you're never going to be able to say this again. True story. I know she wants to throw you down a well because of the story you tell.
And if I don't move, I bet it happens.
Right. No, I wouldn't blame you if you did move. All right, what do you say we finish up this film?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, heading to the end of Attack of the Crab Monsters. You don't want to miss the end. And when the credits roll up, you don't want to go away because him and I will be here with Tangella, and hopefully she'll be apologizing for all the terrible things she's done to him tonight. Unlikely.
I doubt it.
See you on the other side.
I imagine you are becoming almost as tired of seeing me as I am of making these messages. Please subscribe.
And so ends Attack of the Crab Monsters. I like the way Russell Johnson just ninja'd that
He saved everybody.
power thing,
yeah.
you know. Well, so how does he end up on Gilligan's Island if he's dead? He's not dead.
Hollywood, it's all illusion.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, right. No, it's bad script writing is what it is. There's no Hollywood magic, no such thing. Anyways, how are you doing? Are you still cross with our viewers for not subscribing? She's mad because so many of our viewers watch on YouTube, yet they don't subscribe. Only 8% of our viewers are subscribed. So, no, they promise you'll do better, right? Our YouTube viewers, you'll do better. You'll subscribe, and right, you'll cheer up, young lass. She stresses over things sometimes. Right?
Yeah, I think
I know
so.
she didn't watch the movie because she's too busy disassembling the third floor loo. Anyways, so what do you got going on? What's your website? We never said your website.
It is just my name, JonProvost.com.
JonProvost.com.
And yes, and my book will be there, and
Your
they
book?
can get that and
So
find out where I'm
can
at.
they
shows,
buy Jon
different shows.
Provost T-shirts? Do you have a Jon
I'll
Provost?
We did.
You have
yeah.
a Jon Provost T-shirt? Well, that'd be nice.
We have-
I would wear a Jon Provost T-shirt.
Well,
I mean,
maybe,
not in
maybe
public.
next. Come down to the house, and I'll give you. What size?
These days I don't know.
Okay, well, just come down to the house.
I'll try them all
Yeah.
on. I'll start small and work my way up.
Don't
See-
bring her.
You know, you better be careful what you say in front of her because she will send you a gift via airmail, and you know how she does it. I knew nothing about trebuchets until she built one. Now I know why the French won so many battles during the Middle Ages. That's quite a weapon. All right. Well, anyways, thank you, John. It was so nice for you to come.
Thank you.
Next time we're short on a guest, we're going to call you again.
Okay, I'm close.
There we go. As far as you guys go, thank you so much for watching our program. We know you could have been doing something more fun than doing this, but you stuck with us tonight. And for that reason, we love you. We'll see you next week. Different movie, different guest. See you next time. So anyways, John, I understand we're going to be at the same convention soon. Got anything to add about that?
Oh, sure, I'm going to be there, but I'm going to be at the other end of the convention hall because of you-know-who.